gonna stop. To the top, to the top. Ain't never gonna stop. Never gonna keep me down. Still the one that's standing now. Destiny is calling me. Go down in history. Every day I fight to be legendary.
We have made it to the 20th race of the 22 race New Era Cup Series, and it is the second race in the round of 8 for the playoffs. Welcome to the Texas Motor Speedway here in Fort Worth, Texas, for today's GameStop 500. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ari Sakala. Thank you all very much for tuning in today. Last race, the first time ever making the trip to the Roval. While it was not a playoff battle throughout the entire race, no implications for any winners or wreckers. However, though, we were treated to a great battle at the end. Coming down to field mileage, Collin Denton coming in, ran out one lap short of field before making to the finish line. Had to come in for a splash and go. Came out in front of the guy that was in second at the time, Alex Lander, and Collin Denton picks up his second win of the season and extends his gap on the all-time wins list in the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series. Here are how the playoffs look as we enter the second race in the round of 8. Steve Morgan with a 28-point lead above the cutoff. Matthew Logan is 25 up. Now the drivers that could be in some trouble if Morgan and Logan stay consistent in this race today. Justin Zeidel, he's in 30s, 15 points above the cutoff. Justin Knight in the 21 is a point above the cutoff in fourth. The drivers below: Nathan Stapleton, 1 point below. Keyshawn Richardson, 3 points below, and 4 points below each are Herjo, Arvin Alonso, and Casey Manico. Last time we were at the Texas Motor Speedway, it was a regular season race. Collin Denton, actually, we'll talk about him once again. He starts in about the 18th position today. My goodness. He should not have won that race. We talked about it in last race's broadcast as well. John Andrews was the dominant car in the race, leading most of the laps in that. But lap traffic got caught up in a wreck ahead, and he had nowhere to go and got wrecked. And Collin Denton made it to the line first and got the checkered flag after it. Well, friends, we are all set to go racing here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Let's give you the starting lineup. On the front row for the GameStop 500 as the drivers roll off the track, Adam Garcia, part-timer, returning into action next to him. Diego Yepez in the 41. The second row, the highest playoff driver to start on the grid, Keyshawn Richardson in the 40. I told Cody Smart next to him in the 97, and we're going to have to go another lap because I think we had a caution occur. I think we had a spin. I think we did, yeah. We did. We'll go ahead and restart this. The lights are back on the pace car. Alright, so we should be good here. The third row gives us Benny Watson in the number 38, and next to him, Gatlin Downey in the 27. Row 4, Ethan Hoffman in the 81. And Carter Friedson in the 47 next to him. The fifth row, Zachary Fitzwater in the 10. Luke Rainey in the 22. Let's show you where the rest of the playoff drivers start. Richardson with a big advantage is the highest playoff driver. You've got to go all the way back. And to the second half of the grid, Nathan Stapleton, 22nd. Herjo Arvin Alonso, 24th. Steve Morgan in 27th. Down to the second page, Casey Manico, 31st. Justin Knight, 35th. Matthew Logan, 39th. Justin Zeidel, 41st. 84 laps around the 1.5 mile quad oval. So that is about 100, and if I'm doing my math correctly, 125 miles. But it should be a fun one today, as the pace car will pull into pit road this time. Two red cars, Adam Garcia, Diego Yepez will lead the field of green. Sit back, relax, and enjoy for the second race in the round of 8. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime! A great start for Adam Garcia as they head into turn 1. Yepez, I think he spun the tires on the start. He's already back to third. Richardson will propel to second. Watson goes to third position on the track as they go off of turn 2 for the first time today. Watson with a run underneath on Richardson, trying to take second spot away. The low line where you want to be at Texas. You do not want the high side, or else you will be falling back big time. Hang on, Matthew Logan. He's in the grass. He saves it though for right now. We stay green. The playoff contender. A big save off turn 4 on lap 1. Keeps the car going. Went through the grass. We stay green though here as Benny Watson goes to the point. The Gaunt brother teammates Hoffman and Garcia battle for second. The 81 advances. And now he looks to the inside. They're side by side for the race lead. CJ Williams pushing the 81 car as Hoffman has to check up for a moment. Watson keeps the lead off of 2. Top 3 drivers, they've been quiet all season long, even though Hoffman, he has a win coming at Watkins Glen earlier this season. Top 3 still remaining single file. CJ Williams now taking a look inside for the runner-up spot in the number 43. Has a good run inside. Can he get it here? Maybe yet. Not yet. Can't clear the 81 just yet. Dylan Young right in 4th position. He's been he's run up front at some times in the race, but has not been able to capitalize and win. He's put the 3 car up to the 3rd position already. And now taking a look inside on CJ Williams for second. 2 legendary numbers in auto racing, the 43 and the 3, battling it out for the runner-up spot. Good battle for 4th here. Garcia and Hoffman. You got 3 drivers behind them as well. Zachary Fitzwater, Gatlin Downey, and Carter Friesen. The 10 looking inside. Here we go. 3 wide for the 4th spot. And they make some contact off of 4. Fitzy and Garcia bang fenders as they came across the line. I should mention as well, this race, these cars may go just a tiny bit slower because we have the difficulty. We're trying something out here. Difficulty set to 108 and not like 110 where we've gone in the past. I just got some 3 wide racing here. You got Gatlin Downey checking up in the NR2003. Benny Watson continues to lead. CJ Williams second. Dylan Young third. Williams gets a little bit tight up in 1 and 2. Could open the door here for Young to make a run inside. Good run entering turn 3 for the number 3, and he'll advance to 2nd spot. Meanwhile, Hoffman gained by Derek Hamill. Here comes Marty Johnson. The last time he won a New Era Cup Series race was actually at Texas back in season number 1. Came close to winning at Charlotte Roval last race. Led the first 11 laps before coming down pit road and had a slower stop. Put him back to, I think, the 4th position, if I recall correctly. Now Derek Hamill putting a crossover on Johnson in the 12, looking inside for 7th. Good bind on the track. Johnson gets a little bit tight. Now he has to get out of the gas for a moment. Here's a 3 wide move. Jaden Scott and Steve Morgan get by. Morgan coming closer and closer. Meanwhile, a good battle for 2nd, heating up again. Williams and Young going at it. Now this is helping Fitzwater catch up to those 2. This, though, helping out Benny Watson try and pull away. Carter Friesen, Ethan Hoffman for 5th on the track. Friesen can clear the 81 here, gets in front. Williams on that back bumper of Dylan Young as they go into 1. So 10 laps in, these drivers have gone into the pace they need to be. A lot of single file racing early on. Uncommon here at Texas Motor Speedway. We've seen at this configuration a lot of 2 wide and 3 wide racing. Usually by now we'd have that first caution of the race, but luckily that has not come just yet. Williams inside on Young for 2nd. Gap remaining the same, a quarter of our 2nd lead over the 3 and the 43. They're having a great battle at the moment. Steve Morgan up to that back bumper of Derek Hamill. As Justin Knight, Gatlin Downey battle it out for 9th on the track. Playoff drivers trying to come closer and closer. Think you on board here for a lap with Justin Knight as Morgan inside on Hamill. Knight gets a little bit tight in the corner. No one inside of him though at the moment. Morgan does get by the 32. Doesn't need to see the view of Hamill anymore, but Hamill's still stuck up top. Opens the door for Justin Knight. A good day right now for Steve Morgan. If everything goes perfectly the way it needs to be, even if he doesn't win, if he has a top 5 car, Morgan could be racing in Homestead for a championship in the next, at 2 races from now. And here's a battle for the race lead. CJ Williams inside. Watson got a little bit tight up in 1 and 2. And the 43 makes a charge down low for the race lead. Can he take it here? Yes, he can. CJ Williams to the top spot. Watson still tight. Opens the door for Dylan Young to take 2nd position away. And it's clear. And here comes as well Carter Friesen and Zachary Fitzwater. And the yellow, I think, is out, and it is. Tyler Marco's around. Nathan Stapleton, a championship contenders involved. Johnny Gardner, Jesse Turner also in it. The first caution of the race is out. Cody Smart in the 97 with damage. We race them back to the start-finish line, and at the stripe, it's CJ Williams. There's Johnny Gardner in the 2. Won at Texas last year. The first Texas race, to be exact. A lot of front-end damage to the number 2. Tyler Marco with damage, Jesse Turner, but here's the notable one, Nathan Stapleton. Big implications, came in today 1 point below the cutoff. And one of the Ganassi cars already in trouble early on. We also saw some damage to Cody Smart in the 97. You can see the left side, left and right sides all dented in. The hood is crunched up as well. Delia Pez with some right side damage on that 41 car. As here comes the field down pit road. 2x frequency here at the Texas Motor Speedway. We'll watch CJ Williams in the number 43. Him and Young should have pit stalls next to each other. There's Young, he's already in, and here's CJ Williams. She looks like a 4-tire stop for the top 3 here. But it looks like Dylan Young first on the jack, even though he was on pit road earlier, or in his stall before the 43 car. And this could go to Dylan Young winning the race on pit road, and it is. Dylan Young will get it. CJ Williams will come out 2nd. Steve Morgan comes out 3rd. Friesen 4th. Fitzy 5th. Trouble for Betty Watson. Same with Gatlin Downey. Watson with left side damage. What a tough break for the 38. That's a shame for Benny right there. Going to lose many spots because of it. Playoff driver Nathan Stapleton involved in the first accident. Let's give you the replay. So this actually started off of turn 4. Stapleton gets tight into Tyler Marco while he slowed down. There's Delia Pez nowhere to go. They are banging door panels as they came across the line. And there you can see it. Around goes Marco. There's Cody Smart, nowhere to go in the 97. Stapleton gets a piece of it. There's Jason Holman in the 62. Got up into the wall there with some damage. There's Jesse Turner coming up into Collin Denton as well. Not really the best perspective there. Let's give you another shot. So you see the 15 is already spun out. Tyler Marco into Cody Smart. There he goes. Good job by Alex Lander. Keyshawn Richardson missing it in the 40 car. Nice little super slow-mo cam here as they come across the line. Man, if only that was the finish of the race. That would have been exciting. And there goes Marco up into Cody Smart. Now the angle's going to change here. Right there, and then Stapleton clips the 62 of Holman. Tough break for a lot of drivers involved. Nathan Stapleton's on board. Yeah, he just got loosened up into the 15. Then he hit the 15. Down he goes. One more, Keyshawn Richardson. Good job, Mr. Rack. Let's get ready for the restart. 1 to go, and we're ready to go back to green. If we were stage racing, which we're not because we are in the round of 8, we would have 3 to go for the playoff point. Out of the race after that, Joey Hightower, Delia Pez, done for the day. As they come to the restart, Dylan Young out in front, CJ Williams second, Steve Morgan, the highest playoff driver, he's running in third, Carter Friesen fourth, Zachary Fitzwater fifth, Justin Knight sixth, Benny Watson seventh. Despite the left side damage, expect him to maybe bow out of the pack for a moment. Derek Hamill eighth, Ethan Hoffman ninth, Gatlin Downey 10th as they come to the restart zone. We're back to green at Texas. Top 3 getting equal restarts here. They work into 1. Morgan wants to look on Williams here for the runner-up spot. Good run here. He's got Carter Friesen pushing him in the 47. And now we could go 3 wide down the back. Friesen has a good run. He's giving a little bump draft to Steve Morgan. Entering turn 3. Nearly puts its rear wheels up on the ground, but be careful here if you're Carter Friesen. Man, that's close. And here's the run inside for Steve Morgan for the race lead. He's won twice this season, came in with the most playoff points of all the drivers in the round of 8, and he clears Dylan Young. Morgan to the top spot at Texas. Carter Friesen inside. Here comes Justin Knight in the 21 machine. As you see, Friesen and Young battle for second position. 3 wide. Here comes Christian Vargas in the 19 inside. He has made his way up from 8th all the way up to 6th. Young still stuck up top, not where you want to be. Friesen clears Young. Morgan a higher line that time as Justin Knight takes a look for 3rd on Young. Won at Atlanta earlier this season, has done a good job in the playoffs staying consistent. He came in a point above the cutoff as Fitzwater looks inside for 3rd as we got a battle for the race lead. Carter Friesen inside on Steve Morgan. The 13 led him at the line. 2 Chevys battling for the top spot and 2 veterans of the sport. Friesen clears Morgan and he's to the point. Hoffman and Knight battle for 4th position with Dylan Young behind him in 6th. Williams losing some time. Here comes Edwin Mendez in the number 4 car. Nice speed shots. They all come across the line. Knight now stuck up top. Here comes Mendez to the bottom. As he's trying inside, the 4 car has a run. Jaden Scott behind him in the 48. And Knight losing some time. Got way tight, almost up in the wall. They'll cost them 1 or 2 more spots. Here comes Matt Tuck in the 77. You see Benny Watson in the 38. The damage was not good enough. He is now coming off of pit road. Everyone going by him, though, as he exits. Does not hit anyone, luckily, so no yellow for right now. We stay green. Meanwhile, Carter Friesen continuing to lead in the 47. About a 5-car length lead over Steve Morgan, not far behind. Good battle here. Williams falling back. Almost got up into the wall in the dog leg. But stuck way up top there in that number 43. 3 wide here, now Tuck stuck up top. Here comes Vargas inside of the 19, getting by Justin Knight and Matt Tuck. Jaden Scott getting by the 77 as well. Stuart Haas teammates battling for 4th on the track. That's Edwin Mendez and Zachary Fitzwater. Mendez a better low line here. Has a run. Fitzy checks up for a moment. Mendez gets out of the gas too. But a good run for the 4 cars. He looks inside. He'll clear the town. He'll take 4th position, but now Dylan Young wants a top 5 spot in the race. Down into turn 1. Fitzy still not giving up on that high side. On the quarter panel of Dylan Young trying to defend. But meanwhile, a battle for the lead heating up once again. Steve Morgan up to that back bumper of Carter Friesen off of turn 4. Doesn't have the edge to make a run this time. Let's see what happens in 1 and 2. Same line here. Oh, Morgan getting a little bit tighter off of 1 and 2. This will help Friesen get the edge. But now, Ethan Hoffman trying to enter the battle last time across the line. Had about a 4/10 of a second lead. And the yellow's out. Yellow is out. They gotta be careful here. Oh my! That's way too fast for comfort. I don't know what happened, but we could have a stack up here. You see Casey Nanico in the 18 with some rear end damage. And Friesen, I think he's got damage on the side. Look at the hood! Look at the hood! It's got some damage to it. Second caution out of the Texas Motor Speedway. And everyone's coming down pit road. We'll show you what the accident's for after pit stops. This may have had to do with lap traffic. I don't know, but everyone coming down pit road. Now the question is, will this be a longer pit stop for Carter Friesen in the 47? He was leading the race. It was a stack up at the yellow. Let's see. It looks like Keyshawn Richardson in the 40 was involved in the crash. You can see him bottom of your screen. One of the championship contenders. That's the second Ganassi car that's been involved in a wreck today. You see Morgan exiting the pits. Definitely a longer stop for Carter. Gets off the jack, but he wins the race off pit road anyway. Friesen out first. Morgan second, Hoffman third, Mendez fourth, Vargas fifth, Dylan Young sixth, seventh is Fitzy, eighth Hamill, ninth Logan, 10th Brian Ferris. Let's give you a rundown. Where is Richardson? I think he may have retired. Oh, there's Keyshawn giving the replay on what happened. This was a battle for 8th. Justin Knight, one of the championship contenders, Jaden Scott. Scott into the quarter panel of Knight. He'll get him sideways into the grass. And this is the worst part here. Knight comes back up into traffic, into Casey. Nanico takes a shot into the wall. There's John Andrews involved. And this is going to stack the field up big time. Look at this. Look at all those drivers spinning out in turn 1. There's Richardson with damage. Oh, he went upside on his side. He does go upside down in the 40. Rainey Denton going to take out a lot of cars. That's why the stack up occurred. But Keyshawn Richardson on his roof in the number 40. I think Alonso didn't suffer any damage. I'm trying to see who else was involved as well that were playoff contenders. Looks like just that. In real time. Justin Knight. Big implications for the 21. Alonso does get involved as well in the 14, but luckily he keeps the car going. We got a lot of onboards to show you from the rear bumper of Justin Knight. Ooh. Took out the camera of Andrews. And he's done. Moving to Casey Nanico in the 18. Watch the shot that he takes here. Matthew Logan in the number 31. Sees the wreck ahead. Here's the stack up, but finds a gap up top and misses it. Last one. Keyshawn Richardson in the 40. Hang on to your hats, folks. Caution's out. Pace car pulls into pit road. Carter Friesen leads them. 2 drivers line up on the inside line for the restart. It's Alex Lander and Mitchell Collins. They get a better restart than the 47. A lot of cars out of the race after that. Denton, Rainey, Andrews, Smart, Richardson, Knight, the 2 championship contenders out, and same with Benny Watson. Here's a run for the race lead. Ethan Hoffman to the inside after the top 2 get a poor restart. Hoffman to the point at Texas. Here comes Edwin Mendez in the 4. He's up to second spot. Has a good run on Ethan Hoffman here as Lander holds up the pack. They were trying to get back on the lead lap. Hoffman to the point. Mendez to second. Christian Vargas is now in third, but Hoffman tight in 1 and 2. Opens the door for the 4 car as he looks inside. Vargas pushing Mendez. They had kind of a rivalry back in the first Richmond race earlier this year, but the blood has calmed down. The bad blood has calmed down, and now they were just side by side. Vargas led at the stripe, and now here comes Dylan Young in the 3 car looking for second position. Out of the turn, and now the highest driver on track in the playoffs, Matthew Logan, has arrived. He's in 8th. But now could lose that out to Steve Morgan. And Morgan goes by. Logan has to check up in the 31. Derek Hamill up to 3rd, and Matt Tuck has gone to 4th. Here comes the 32 inside for 2nd. And he's got a good run on Dylan Young. Hamill takes it to the runner-up spot. Here comes Tuck in the 77 off of 4. Good battle here. Morgan trying to get by Hoffman and now get by Isaac Nichols. I'm pretty sure Nichols was involved in the last accident. He's up to 7th. He's had a tough season so far, but making his ways up. Jaden Scott making his way up to the 4th position on Dylan Young. Mendez back into the picture in 6th. Where is the 47 anyway? He's having trouble. Look at this. Justin Zeidel's going by him. Same with Marty Johnson. Friesen has fallen all the way back to 15th. Not a good restart by the 47 whatsoever. And I think he may have made some contact for a moment with Marty Johnson. So they go into turn 3. He's still losing spots. Battle for 4th. Dylan Young and Edwin Mendez. As they came across the line, it was Mendez by 100th. And now Steve Morgan making his ways back up. Here's the onboard from the 13. Man, the Busch beer does taste good right now. Could clear the 13 if he wanted to make a run down low. They all stay single file, but for right now, Christian Vargas continues to lead on Derek Hamill. Morgan, once again, the highest playoff driver, running in 6th spot. Matthew Logan, by the way, the 2nd highest, facing a challenge from Justin Zeidel. This is for 11th on the track. The only Ganassi car to not be involved in a wreck today is Zeidel. But now, he's got a challenge. That's Adam Garcia. But a good battle up here for 2nd position. Or for 3rd. No, this is for the lead. Hamill has gotten by Vargas. Real quick, how did that happen? In 1 and 2. Oh, Vargas got tight. Hamill, a smoother line. Did he get the run down the back? Yeah, he did. Beautiful run for Derek Hamill. He's gone to the top spot. But now Vargas... Oh, some contact! Gave him a little love tap there for a moment as they work their way into 3. This is great racing at Texas. Vargas back to the top spot. But don't look now. Here comes Matt Tuck. looking for the runner-up spot. And he's got that. That was fun. Isaac Nichols, Ethan Hoffman battling. This is for 11th on the track as well. Carter Friesen has improved to 13th ever since the restart. Nichols now looks for a top 10 spot on Logan. Let's talk about Steve Morgan right in 5th position at the moment. Has a challenge from Jaden Scott. Right now, the way Morgan's performing, I think it could be good enough. If he doesn't win, he could advance to the championship 4. Good challenge though from that 48 Morgan. A better line off turn 2 with all the bolt banking, using it as momentum. Vargas, meanwhile, is starting to pull away from the battle for second. Hamill and Tuck. Right now, a close battle between those two. He's got to run for the runner-up spot. The Old Spice Ford looking to go to the second position, and he's got it. And he clear up on the 77? Not just yet. We have approached the second half in the GameStop 500 at Texas Motor Speedway, and right now Christian Vargas is showing the way. A half-second lead over Derek Hamill, who's in second. Matt Tuck is third. Dylan Young fourth. Jaden Scott fifth. Highest playoff driver Steve Morgan, he's in sixth. CJ Williams seventh. Adam Garcia just took eighth from Edwin Mendez. He's back to ninth. Isaac Nichols is 10th. That's your top 10 at the moment. And they catch up to Johnny Garner. Garner lets the leader go by. How do the second and fourth place drivers deal with this? They're going to have issues. Hamill and Tuck get by, same with Dylan Young. Young lost some momentum there for a moment. Garner staying on top side here, trying to let these drivers go by. Scott and Garner make some contact. That got close. CJ Williams will get slowed down from Johnny Garner. Next slow car ahead would be Matthew Brown in the 6th. That was the first lap car these drivers have had to deal with under green flag conditions. Dylan Young has joined the battle for second as well. They're all trying to work up a plan to get up to Christian Vargas. They've got a draft. 187 there. 190 at the line there. 192. The draft is running about 2 miles an hour faster than the leader. Gap down to a half a second. Now Young goes a higher line here. But now Matt Tuck and Derek Hamill will continue to try and work. These drivers, I think, will have to make about 1 or 2 more stops under green flag conditions. I think it would have to be just 1. Yellow flag conditions, maybe 2. Tuck looking inside for a second. The gap down to about 4/10. If you're in the draft, you're about a 10th faster than leader Christian Vargas. Hamill is thinking, come on, man, let's work together. Let's catch up to the leader. Tuck is thinking about wanting to win for Spire Motorsports in that 77 team. Because of them not working in the draft, the gap went up to a half second. They can't be battling if they want to get up to the leader and have a good battle in the end. Tuck has other plans. But Hamill just a lot faster on the exit with that banking. Still coming into that higher line as well. From a half second to about 8/10. More traffic ahead. Now this is Matthew Brown. Vargas a tough time getting by for a moment. These drivers here should get by without a hitch. Oh, there may be a hitch here. Hamill getting slowed down by Matthew Brown. Forces him up the track. Hamill's thinking the heck with Tuck right now. He's got other issues to deal with. Steve Morgan, by the way, earlier has made his way up to 5th, and he's looking for 4th. Trying to get by Matthew Brown first off. Next slow car would be Trey Wright in the 34. On board with the 13, you can see Tuck trying to look on Derek Campbell for second. Morgan's got a visor cam in the number 13 car. Show you what he's seeing. Dylan Young cutter off of turn 2. Does Morgan look here? No, he wants to use the draft. But he's going to try and diamond the corner here. Work his way off turn 4. This is for the 4th position on track. And he clears. Dylan Young takes the spot away. In my opinion, I think Steve Morgan's got the better long-run car. Even though Christian Vargas is technically pulling away. Another good battle here. Edwin Mendez, CJ Williams for 7th on the track. You got Jaden Scott also in this battle as well, waiting in the wings. Williams very tight off of turn 4. Will help Jaden Scott try and get by, and he does. Morgan a little bit tight off that corner there. There's Trey Wright. He's in turn 4 at the moment. Vargas just entered turn 3. So maybe about 3 or 4 laps, they'll catch up to the 34. Nichols and this company here now dealing with Matthew Brown. Oh, Ferris! Gotta be careful there with Matthew Brown. Almost turned him. There's Matthew Logan in the 31. He's back in 13th. That's the 3rd highest playoff driver at the moment. Where are the playoff drivers on track running for right now? Well, you know, Steve Morgan's the highest. He's in 4th. Zeidel's in 11th. Logan's in 13th. Got to go back down to 20th as we got pit stops. Good idea if you're the leaders. Get away from Trey Wright, but he actually came down pit road as well. So now this hands the lead to Dylan Young in the 3 car. Puts Adam Garcia back in 2nd position. Jaden Scott 3rd, CJ Williams 4th. Last race out at Charlotte. Oh my goodness, that was one of the best fuel mileage races we've had in a long, long time. And the 3 and the 96 will come down pit road. Same with Jaden Scott. CJ Williams will wait under the lap. So he will assume the top spot for right now. Keep in mind, pit road, a pretty narrow pit road here. And you also got to be careful with pit road exit. Hang on, Jordan Lopez. Lopez and Collins got together. Lopez missed his pit stall in the 36. CJ Williams, let's see. Him and Zeidel, the only 2 that have yet to come in among the lead pack. And there goes Williams. He comes down pit road. Holman going by, Turner going by. They were a lap down. And there you see Justin Zeidel in the 1 car. Let's see what he decides to do. Vargas going by in the number 19. A 4-tire change for Zeidel. CJ Williams, meanwhile, going 4 tires and fuel as well. Long stops here for these drivers. A longer time for Williams on the left side. Zeidel is about to make his way by. A close battle, but Williams will get by first. There's Trey Wright. There's Christian Vargas. He'll get by those 2, so Vargas will continue to lead this race. Matt Tuck to 2nd. Derek Hamill still behind him in 3rd position. Dylan Young lost some time. He's in 4th. Morgan back to 5th. Mendez to 6th. Here comes Williams and Zeidel exiting in 7th and 8th. Nichols will get by to take 8th. Matthew Logan back into the top 10. As everything is cycled through, gap is up to about 2 seconds now for Christian Vargas over Matt Tuck at the moment. We're nearing the 20 lap to go marker in the race. But now, the 32 and the 77 battling it out for 2nd spot on the track. Hamill getting a little bit tight off of turn 4 there. He'll edge out Tuck to take 2nd. Oh, can he clear Tuck here? Yes, he can. Trying to find another good battle on the track. Here's Logan and Ferris for 9th. Logan actually cleared Ferris, and now Logan looks on CJ Williams. Good battle here for the 8th position. A good run right now for Matthew at the moment. He's looking for 7th. They'll put him 2 positions behind Steve Morgan. On board with Justin Zidell. Good battle here. This is for 5th. Mendez by Morgan. So about 4 seconds separating Morgan from Logan. They'll either need a caution or a slow lap car to bunch them back together. And Vargas having a tough time getting by Trey Wright in the 34. If these guys want to get by and work together, they're going to need to stop being side by side and get by the 34 A-Quap. Vargas getting by Johnny Garner without a problem either. He has to deal with Nathan Stapleton next. These 2 drivers side by side. Garner currently a lap down in the number 2. Same with Trey Wright. Excuse me, 2 laps down. They're still battling for the 2nd spot. Tuck on top, Hamill on the bottom. The 32 gets it. But now they deal with Johnny Garner, and this helps out the 32. Tuck has troubles getting by. And now Vargas works by Nathan Stapleton. The gap went down as well to about 1.62 seconds, but that gap's not going down with that draft one bit. And here comes Dylan Young in the 3 car. He'll get slowed down by it as well. They will battle for 3rd position on the track. Tuck still having issues getting by. Same with Dylan Young. Here comes the 4 and the 13. And Garner will now let them go. Look at how much time Matt Tuck lost because of that. And he's got Dylan Young on his tail. And Young is about to take 3rd away. And he does. Honey. I got about maybe less than 20 laps left in this race. Yeah, I'll help. Yeah, if you wait, that'd be great. Alright, sorry about that. Cooking dinner shortly with my family. Next car for Christian Vargas. Tyler Marco in the number 15. Has issues getting by there. Close call there. Gap though down to 1.38 seconds. Vargas, one of the fastest laps in the race, a 28.010. Tied with Edwin Mendez as Vargas gets by Marco. And now Tuck still issues with traffic on Trey Wright. Here go Mendez and Morgan getting by the 77. And that will work out. 1 more point for Steve Morgan. That's big. Right now, I think Steve Morgan has a good chance to make it to Homestead today. We'll have to do our calculations, though. But now you got 3 cars battling for 4th position. Just under 14 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. Christian Vargas, the best race car here so far. Under a 2nd lead, though, Derek Hamill is coming closer and closer. He's got to deal with Tyler Markle, though, in the 15. He'll get by without a problem either. So looking at the championship contenders that are out of the race at the moment. Justin Knight receiving 5 points today. That would put him at 28. Richardson only getting 6. That would put him at 26. So those two not far behind in a battle at the moment. Nathan Stapleton is in 27th spot. So that would give him about 7... Excuse me. Yeah, 27. So give him about 17 points there. So he would have 49 points. So I think Stapleton would be in at the moment. But then you gotta look at how Alonso and Nanico are doing, because at the moment Alonso's in 19th, Nanico back in 22nd. So if I'm doing my calculations correctly, I think the four that would be in at the moment would be Morgan, Logan, Zidell, and Alonso. Remember, Alonso and Nanico were tied coming in. Meanwhile, 11 laps to go, and Derek Hamill is coming like a shark. He's like Jaws right now, playing the da-da-da-da at Christian Vargas at the moment. He is there. He has brought the gap down. He is about a 10th of a lap faster than Christian Vargas. We come to 10 to go at Texas. Playoff update at the moment. Steve Morgan, he's fallen back to 6th. Matt Tuck has taken 4th away from Edwin Mendez, but they catch up to Marco again. And here he is. Hamill, he's gotten the draft on Christian Vargas. This is for the lead and maybe the win at Texas. Good run here for Hamill inside. He's got the groove. Runs up into Vargas, and the new leader, Derek Hamill, takes the lead at Texas with 9 to go. What a run Hamill has. A long run car at the moment. But there is traffic ahead. Matthew Brown again in the number 6 car. Dylan Young, though, coming closer and closer. He was a second behind the top two. They keep battling. He'll come closer and closer. He's brought his gap down to 3/10 behind 7. He was 3/10 faster compared to leader Derek Hamill as we work lap 77. And Vargas has a good run once again, but they come up to Matthew Brown in the 6. Oh, this is going to be good. They come in up high. I don't know. That's going to be risky for Derek Hamill. He's got to run. Vargas contact for the lead. That is hard racing at its finest. Hamill led the lap of the line. Vargas to the point. But now they catch up to Brown in the 6. And here comes Dylan Young. He's brought his way into the battle. Off of 2. Hamill will get slowed down here. Here goes Vargas. He's trying to get right on by. And he's got a good run. Nearly slows him down. Here comes Dylan Young. He's up to 2nd. Hamill fading back. Vargas the lead. Here comes Dylan Young. Oh, what a battle for the race lead. Young to the top spot with 6 laps to go. Can you believe how the race has just turned around? He can't clear the 19 just yet, but they got 3 drivers ahead. Christian Russell, Jesse Turner, Jason Holman. Hamill looking for 2nd on Vargas. There will be 5 laps to go at the line. We have a race. If a yellow comes out, the race will end under caution. And we all remember how the race ended under caution last time out. Dylan Young slowed down by the 2 orange cars there, looking for his first ever win in the New Era Cup Series. Gets by both of them. Hamill and Vargas will have an issue. 4 to go. And Dylan Young about to get by Jason Holman. He's gone. He is gone. Once he gets involved in an accident, this is Dylan Young's race to lose. They still battle for 2nd. Hamill's got the edge. Gap up to 3/4 of a second. What a comeback for Dylan Young. 3 laps away from winning. They still have to deal with lap traffic though. Holman lets them by. These two now going to work together. 2 to go. They're going to have to use the draft if they want a chance at the win. I don't think they care about the win. I think they're angry with each other. The hard racing, and they didn't even see Dylan Young knocking on the door. Gap up to 1 second. The win, if he does get it, he comes to the white flag. 1 to go for Dylan Young. It would be his first ever in the New Era Cup Series. 2 races he had a chance to win, but blew those opportunities. He has a win in the NOFSRL. Now about to get win number 2 and break out of the 1-win club. Down the backstretch for the final time. Young, a half a lap away. He's going to catch up to Johnny Garner, but it will not be an issue. Off of turn 4, it's going to be Dylan Young, stealing the win of the GameStop 500 at the Texas Motor Speedway. Hamill comes home second, Vargas third, Matt Tuck falls to fourth, Edwin Mendez fifth, Steve Morgan, the highest playoff contender, in sixth. Justin Zidell also comes home seventh. Matthew Logan, where did he finish? Back in 11th. Those 3 playoff drivers with great days today. Morgan and Zidell will propel high, up with a big chance at going to Homestead for the championship. The next race awaiting them at the ISM Raceway next week, cutoff day. Now the question will be, because of where Morgan finished, will he be in the championship regardless? Based on this performance today, we'll have to see. So those are the results right there. Young, Hamill, Vargas, Tuck, Mendez, Morgan, Zidell, Hoffman, Ferris, and Williams. That's the top 10. Take you from 29 to the rest of them. That's where everyone else finished. It is official. Steve Morgan will be racing for the championship in 2 races at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Matthew Logan, a few points away. If a few drivers wreck next week at ISM, as long as it's not him, Logan will be racing for the championship. Justin Zidell is 33 points up, and he's got a good chance. The battle for the final playoff spot is going to be good. Alonso holds it right now, 3 points up on Casey Nanico, 6 points back Nathan Stapleton. Trying to see who else. 16 points back Justin Knight, 18 back Keyshawn Richardson. They are those two in a most likely in a must-win situation next week. Or next race, excuse me. That is going to be fun. But right now, Steve Morgan is the first driver into the championship for as long as he starts, which he will. So Steve Morgan will be fighting for a championship for the first time since Season 3. We'll talk about that, though, next race with Steve Morgan, though. And in 2 races as well. So, yeah. That is going to do it here. Next race, ISM Raceway. The LifeLock 500. Who will battle for the championship? We'll tell you that next time out. I'm Marty Sakala. You've been watching the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series. We congratulate Steve Morgan on making the championship 4. And we also congratulate the winner of the GameStop 500. That is Dylan Young. We'll see you guys in the next race. And until then, peace out.